My name is Jessica Berlinger, and I am an English major with secondary education. I will graduate from Bethany in the spring of 2019. I am from Mosca, Colorado, which is a small town in southern Colorado. While I love Colorado and my family, I decided to make the long trek to Minnesota to experience something different and experience life away from my family. I attended Sangre de Cristo Elementary in junior-senior high school. In high school, I participated in Student Council, Future Business Leaders of America, National Honor Society, as well as volleyball, basketball, and soccer. I graduated as salutatorian with honors. I also helped teach Sunday school at my church my junior and senior year. Being involved in extracurricular activities in high school was very important to me because I wanted to be a well-rounded person. I didn't want to just focus on school or just focus on sports, but rather to have a good balance of both in order to grow in myself and my abilities. I am very much a people person, and I think relationships with other people are extremely important because of the things you can learn from them and the adventures you can go on with them. Because of this, in my free time, I value spending time with my friends and family. I enjoy hiking, fishing, and just spending time in the outdoors. As a lifelong lover of reading, I also enjoy to read in my free time. I like books about romance, adventure, and self-help. My family greatly influenced the person I have become and the reason I want to teach and be a leader in my community. Growing up without knowing it, my younger sister Sarah and brother Caleb looked up to me in everything I did. I was a leader in school, in sports, and also at home. I know I have influenced who they are because of who I am, and I hope to influence my students in this positive way as well. My parents have been my biggest influencers and my biggest supporters my whole life. They stressed the importance of education in my life and molded me into being a hard worker. Whenever I encountered adversity, my parents reminded me that hard work pays off and will always be beneficial. This stuck with me in everything I did, and hard work became a staple of my personality. Here at Bethany, I have been able to further become a well-rounded person by writing for The Scroll, which is our school newspaper, competing in soccer, cross country, and indoor and outdoor track, and working as a tutor in the Writing Center. I have loved school since I started preschool when I was 4. Reading was my favorite thing to do when I was younger. In 2nd grade, I realized I wanted to be a teacher when I grew up. While there were many times when I strayed from this and thought of doing something else with my life, I always ended up reverting back to the idea of becoming a teacher. When I decided to come to Bethany, I had the plan to be a business major. Partway through my senior year in high school, I realized that I wanted to be a high school English teacher. Attending Bethany greatly influenced the type of teacher I want to be, thanks to my professors and the classes I took. I knew I wanted to teach English as I love reading and writing, but I wasn't quite sure why other than that. After taking a few literature theory classes, I realized I am very fond of lifelong learning and critical thinking. I now want to foster a classroom community of critical thinkers and lifelong learners. I believe that what is learned in the classroom from books is just as important as what is learned outside of the classroom about life and the type of people we become. I have focused on becoming a well-rounded person, and I want to help my students to do the same. I still have much learning to do about how to best help and influence my students, but I know that my drive to succeed and my passion for helping others will help me be a successful teacher. The most important thing for me to remember is that my hard work will pay off in helping my students to become lifelong learners.